So, hello and good morning, dear students. I hope you all are well and doing good practice. Okay, today we will be starting with a new topic, that is differentiability, which is the basic part of the calculus. Okay, so in the starting of the chapter, we have started with the continuity, and now we are going to start differentiability. But before starting the differentiability, we need to know some things which we have seen in 11th class while doing limits and derivatives. While dealing with the derivative questions, we have seen first principle of differentiation, which was helpful to find the formulas like the differentiation of x to the power n and differentiation of e to the power x, constants, and all the 6 trigonometric functions. Okay, so we will be recalling the first principle of differentiation. Say for example, if you have y is equal to fx and we need to differentiate this function with respect to x. So first, f dash x will be equal to limit h tends to 0 fx plus h minus fx whole upon h. I hope you are remembering this, the first principle of differentiation. I have just explained you the meaning of this definition, that how this formula or the principle has been generated. Okay, as I explained you in 11th class, that if you have a function, then if there is any change in the function, let's say that change be h, then it will be fx plus h, and we are taking this change a very negligible change that is tending to 0, then we know the final minus initial divided the change, we will get the difference, because differentiability means we are actually seeing the difference. And which difference? How we see the difference? The final position minus initial position divided by what respect, that means on which respect we are seeing. So that is what fx plus h minus fx upon h, where h is a negligible change that is tending to 0. Alright, so keeping in mind the first principle of differentiation, okay, we will be understanding the differentiability. Like continuous function, we always check a function to be continuous from its left side, from its right side, and on that particular, that means the value of that particular on the function. Similarly, in differentiation, we will be doing same by taking its left hand side and right hand side. Okay, I mean to say that in continuous function, we go on checking LH, left hand limit, and right hand limit. But in differentiability, we will be going to check LHD, that is left hand derivative, and right hand derivative. Okay, so I hope slowly you will understand the meaning of differentiability as well. Okay, so I will write the definition here of differentiability, we'll understand, and then we'll go to the questions. Okay, so let's see. A function fx at x is equal to c is said to be differentiable if and only if it is differentiable from both left and right side, okay, and both should be equal. See, I have written this definition in a very simple language, that a function is said to be differentiable if it is differentiable from the left and differentiable from its right. Okay, it should be left derivative and right derivative, then it is a differentiable function. Okay, so we'll see that how LHD is represented, how RHD is represented, as if we represent the continuous function of LHL. So LHL, we used to write limit x tends to c minus of fx. Okay, and then we, in the next step, we write limit h tends to 0 f c minus h, and for RHL, what we do? C plus h, c plus. Similarly, in differentiation also, in this differentiability also, we have to follow the same criteria. We'll see in the question. Okay, so before that, one very important corollary which you have to remember, which I have specially written in the bold letter so that you can understand and remember it also. Every differentiable function is continuous, but every continuous function may not be differentiable. Okay, how can we understand? First of all, continuity is a main thing. It is the main topic. Then inside it, we study differentiability. So do you see the hierarchy here? That the main person is continuity, and inside it the differentiability works. So how do we say that all differentiable function is continuous? That means all differentiable function has to be necessarily a continuous function, but every continuous function may not be differentiable. We will come across some cases where the function will be continuous, but it may or may not be differentiable. But if the function is differentiable, then it will be necessarily it will be a continuous function. So remember this point. Okay, now let's start with the questions. We'll see question. Okay, in examination usually the question will come of they will ask you to just prove that the function is continuous as well as differentiable. Okay, so we'll see those questions. Okay, let's start now.
Okay, so let's understand this question. Is the function modulus of x derivable at x is equal to 0? We have to show that modulus of x is, no, they are asking that modulus of x is derivable at x is equal to 0. So as I told you that like continuous function, we have to see left hand derivative and right hand derivative in this question. So how? So let's see now. We'll start with LHD, left hand derivative. Okay, so a left hand derivative, how we have to write, this is f of minus x dash limit h tends to 0 fx plus h minus f0 upon here 0 minus, okay, upon h. Okay, so fx, I hope you are getting. So this is the definition for LHD, and if we write it more clearly, then it will be f dash of minus x limit h tends to 0 minus our fx is what? Upon h. I hope you are getting it. Okay, so now what? See, since we know that the modulus of x gives two values, that is positive x, negative x. X when it is greater than 0 and when it is less than 0 we get minus of x. Okay, so likewise, first of all what we have to do, since we know that so what we can do, we know this concept. Okay, so now at x is equal to 0, so f of 0 minus limit h tends to 0 minus, this is 0 plus h minus 0 upon h. So limit h tends to 0 minus, it will be modulus of h minus, that is 0 only, upon h. Now for modulus of h, for the negative case we have minus of h. I hope you are getting it. So we got minus of h. Now for the RHD, I am just making the changes here only. For RHD, nothing, positive and here positive. Okay, then here it will be positive, here it will also be positive. Okay, here positive you have to take. Now for the positive case, we know the modulus of h is positive of h, so we will get 1 as our answer. But from here what we have to say, that since LHD is not equal to RHD, so this is not a derivable function at x is equal to 0. Okay, I hope this question is clear to you. Okay, now let's see for the case of the trigonometric functions. We have 6 trigonometric functions. Okay, and we have seen that all the trigonometric functions are continuous. Now you have to remember one more thing, that all the trigonometric functions are differentiable also in their respective domains. Okay, so that is what we are going to prove here. I am going to prove for cos x. You have to do for other 5 trigonometric functions. If you face any problem, you are free to ask. Okay, so first of all we are going to see, is function cos x derivable? Okay, so we know that the domain of cos x is the whole real number. Okay, so we'll start with, given fx is cos x and fx plus h will be cos x plus h. For LHD, f dash c, okay, this c is I'm taking any constant. Okay, we are going to check that, let this be derivable at x is equal to c, and c can be arbitrary constant. Okay, so we are taking c to be any arbitrary constant. Okay, so limit h tends to 0 minus fx plus h minus fx upon h. Okay, fx plus h is cos x plus h minus cos x upon h. We are going to use cos c minus cos d identity. So cos c minus cos d is minus 2 sin c plus d by 2 sin c minus d by 2. Okay, so c plus d by 2 will give you this, c minus d by 2 will give you this, h by 2. Okay, this h in the denominator I am multiplying and dividing by 2. Why? So that sin h by 2, h by 2, when limit h tends to 0 minus or 0, that it will give you 1 as answer. And if you put h tends to 0 here, see this 2 to 2 already cancelled. So this h will be equal to 0, so 2x upon 2 to 2 cancelled. We'll get minus of cos x. Okay, so we got minus of sin x. When you go for the positive case, you will get the same answer, that is of minus of sin x. So if LHD is equal to RHD, then we can say that it is differentiable. Similarly, you have to go for the other cases also. Okay, science, you know, this is very much similar with the proofs which we have seen in the 11th class. I have told all of you in the class to just do the proof for sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot, that what will be the differentiation of all those. Okay, so the very similar steps can be seen here also for LHD and RHD. So I think you can do this. Okay, do and show me. Okay, now let's understand this question. In this question we are given with fx is equal to these 3 functions. Okay, where 5x minus 4, where x is greater than 0 less than 1, 4x square minus 3x, where x is greater than 1 but less than 2, and here x is greater than or equal to 2. Now we have to just show that this function is continuous. No, we don't have to show, we have to examine whether this function is continuous at x is equal to 1 and differentiable also, and also its continuity on x is equal to 2 and its differentiability also. Okay, so see, we have the 3 things. That means this function is defined in these 3 ways, where x is from 0 to 2. That means it is greater than 0 but less than or equal to 2, and they are asking that will it be continuous at x is equal to 1. So here our fx is not defined at x is equal to 1. So you have to write in very starting that fx is not defined for x is equal to 1, because at 1 they are asking and they are going up to 2. Okay, so it is undefined. Okay, so it's not defined. So if this is not defined, that means it is not continuous, and if it is not continuous, then this will be not differentiable function. Okay, this is discontinuous function and non-differentiable. Now let's go for x is equal to 2. Okay, for sure, for x is equal to 2, you can just check it. It will be a continuous function with the same procedure. Okay, so we'll go for the differentiability. We'll check the differentiability at x is equal to 2. So let's write for LHD case. Okay, for LHD it will be f minus f dash of on what? 2. So 2, limit h tends to 0 minus f x plus h. Now it will be 2 plus h minus f2 upon h. Okay, why 2 plus h I have written? We are writing x plus h, but at x we are given with x is equal to 2, so that is 2 plus h minus of f2 upon h. Now which function is to be taken 2 minus, that means on the left side of 2 means this function we have to take, because x is less than 2. So we have to take the lesser one. The lesser function is this only. Okay, in the inequality case, inequality type of question we have seen in the last video. Okay, so limit h tends to 0 minus, this will be f of, in place of our c, at this point our function fx will be 4x square minus 3x. So f2 plus h will be, so 2 plus h the whole square minus 3 times of 2 plus h, okay, minus what? F2. What will be F2 on putting 2 here? So on putting 2 here, it will be 4 4s are 16 minus 6 10. So it will be 10 whole divided by h. Okay. Now you have to solve it. How we will solve? At this point, we need to eliminate this h from the denominator. Okay. So open the bracket. So 4 times of 4 plus h square plus 4h minus 3 2s are 6 minus 3h minus 10. Okay, whole divided by h. So limit h tends to 0 minus. When you will multiply here inside, so it will be 16 plus 4h square plus 16h minus 6 minus, so minus 6 minus 10 will be cancelled with minus of 16. Okay, and here you can take h common from the numerator. Okay, so for one more thing, as 16h minus 3h will give you 13h, so it will be 4h minus plus of 13h, 13 divided by h to h cancelled. On putting h tends to 0, we'll get 13 as the answer. Okay, now for the positive case, what you will take for the positive case? 3x plus 4. Our function for RHD will be 3x plus 4. So accordingly you have to do the process, and you have to let me know whether RHD is equal to LHD or not, with the same procedure, but the function will be 3x plus 4, because 2 plus, so we have to take this case. Okay, I hope this question is clear to you. Okay, let's see this question. We are given with fx is equal to modulus of x minus 4. We have to prove that this function is continuous, but it is not differentiable at x is equal to 4. So for continuity, you can go for LHL and RHL. Let's see for the differentiability. We are given with fx is modulus of x. As I told you, we have to take the both cases for positive and negative. For positive, it will be at x is equal to 8x greater than 4, and for that negative one, x less than 4. And if you put at x is equal to 4, you will get 0 as the answer. Okay, so we need to check its continuity. So for continuity, you have to go for all the three at the point LHL, RHL. Just see what you are getting. Okay, now I am going for the differentiability. So LHD, f dash minus of 4, limit h tends to 0 minus f4 plus h minus f4 upon h. Okay, so in place of x, see at this point this is LHD, so our main function will be, our fx will be minus of x minus 4. Okay, so that is how f 4 plus h. So in place of x, we have to put 4 plus h, and then 4 plus h, and this minus 4 as it is. Okay, minus of f4. 4 minus 4 is 0, so I have written 0 here, h. Now this 4 to this 4 cancelled, limit h tends to 0 minus of h upon h. You will get minus 1 as the answer. Now for positive case, we will be taking the positive one. Okay, that means here negative won't be there, because for RHD it will be plus, here will be plus. So we don't, now our function will be x minus 4 only. So this minus will be removed, this minus will also be removed, and we'll get plus of 1 as the answer. Now as LHD is not equal to RHD, hence we will say that this function is not differentiable at x is equal to 4. This question came in ISC 2019. Okay, so please now just see the examples. Okay, there are like around 7 to 18 examples are there. Okay, just see the examples, okay, very thoroughly, and do the questions also. That is enough for you. Okay, because this exercise seems to be little bit easy. Now we are going to start the very important part of the calculus, that is differentiation. So from the next lecture you have to be very serious with the things, because now the main thing will be going to start. Okay, so I hope you will cooperate with the topic, and you will understand, because this topic is very important for you in future sense also. Okay, so you have to just take the things very seriously. Okay, so thank you so much. Do the practice. Okay, bye bye, take care.